I think we agree on that, right? As Muslims, we don't make God into like a person or a monkey. We believe He's the creator of everything. We can't even imagine what the creator would look like. We don't try to put it in our imagination. We believe in God as God describes Himself, what He tells us about Himself. We love Jesus, we love Moses, we love Abraham, we love Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon them. We believe we're all one community around, I mean, for the Muslims from forever have been one. Meaning that if you were in the time of Jesus and you followed him, you were a Muslim. If you were in the time of Abraham, you followed him, you were a Muslim. Muslim is somebody who submits their will to their creator. That's what we believe. What do you think about that? Does that make sense? Or,
it's okay.
right? Yeah. So as, you know, we respect all the prophets. Like we never see a Muslim making cartoons of Jesus or Moses or Abraham because we love them. We believe they were true messengers. If I was in their time, I would follow them. We believe we're in the time of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He's the last chronologically, right? So we believe this is the Prophet we follow. But as the Quran tells us, we believe in all of them equally. I mean, for us, if we deny Moses being a prophet, it takes us outside the fold of Islam. Because in the Quran, it tells us he was a prophet, right? Any questions?
So, are you thinking?
This is a video for me. Yeah. We don't need to have you in it, don't worry. No problem at all. Yeah. Even if you come in it, we blur you out, relax.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd appreciate that.
No problem, don't worry. Just keep the camera only on me. We want to make sure.
Okay.
Okay, any questions?
The women down in the beautiful place with the men, and why don't the men have any idea what the women are doing? That's what bothers me.
So we believe that as if you look at the Jewish traditions and you look at other Christian traditions originally, that the place of worship should not be a place where people are trying to impress genders. Like what happens, a lot of young men, if you see a lot of young women, their focus falls off. But we don't believe that there should be any distinction between how beautiful the place. Like our mosque on 70th, the women's section is bigger than the men's section.
Okay, well,
and it's got, yeah, so please come.
I will come back when the men are upstairs.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, for us, we don't have this upstairs, downstairs. It's just to give them a place where they can feel safe, where they're not being judged, where they're not being looked at. When you're bowing and you're prostrating. Exactly. But like our mosque, it's on 70th and University. If you're welcome anytime. Our women's section is the newest section. It has the newest carpet and it's larger than the men's section. You know, it's upstairs because the females that are in our congregation wanted to upstairs. They felt they had a better view. We even have separate rooms for children. So if you bring your children, we have a place, including in the men. Sometimes we want the men to take care of the children, right?
That sounds good.
Yeah. So this is just depends on the design of the mosque. Even if you go to the holiest mosques in Mecca and Medina, the men's section, the women's section is the same.
Okay.
You know, so maybe the design here wasn't the best. You can give them that input. But if you come to our mosque on 70th,
My friends wouldn't let me ask any questions because they said it would be disrespectful.
No.
I also wanted to
We
ask
as-
about my Muslim friends who were homosexual.
sure.
And apparently that was a problem.
So in Islam, we do believe that the natural order is between a man and a woman, and that's how humanity procreates. We don't say that if somebody is homosexual, they're not Muslim, because it's not kufr, it's not something that takes you outside the fold of Islam. But we do believe that the natural way that should be is man and woman. But if somebody's got, homosexual tendencies, they can still be Muslim. And we don't it's called takfir. We don't push them outside of Islam for that.
So
They're still Muslim.
still allowed to be in the mosque.
Yeah, they can come to any
Is
mosque
it
they
kind
want.
of a don't ask, don't tell thing? Where
Well, I mean, like anything that you're struggling with yourself, that's between you and God, right? Let's say I drink alcohol, right? That doesn't mean that I'm not a Muslim, but we do say alcohol is banned in Islam. Let's say I eat pork. Let's say forget about homosexuality. Let's say I have out of marriage sex. In Islam, that's forbidden. But it doesn't mean you're not Muslim. It doesn't mean you can't come to the masjid, right? Huh?
it means you're working.
Exactly. And I know many people that reverted, that became Muslim, that were engaged actively in that lifestyle. And then from their own, they decided not to be engaged in it. And now they're married with kids and stuff. That's between them and their creator and what they go through. Everybody has their struggles.
You've done me a great favor by being willing to talk to me about it.
Please,
I
we're
squelched and I wanted to ask.
we're very open. Anything. This is why we're here, because we don't want people to have negativity and hatred in the world. We want there to be love and peace and understanding. We do it every week. I've been coming out here since the late 90s, because we believe that the best way of moving forward for humanity is to get to know each other, to respect each other. any child that dies is a crime. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's a Palestinian child or Israeli child or an English child or American child. Children should live in peace. People should have that ability to live without fear, you know, and whoever kills an innocent person, we condemn it. It doesn't matter who it is.
And are you an imam too?
I am in Majd Ribat. So Majd Ribat, that's our mosque off of 70th and University.
And your name, sir?
Uthman. My name is Uthman. I'll give you our... See, I don't believe in titles like that because to me, Islam is just one Islam, right? There are people who kind of go...
We hear all kinds of
Right, exactly. But that's the problem, is if I start calling myself progressive or traditionalist or orthodox, then it kind of gives them validity, right? I believe those people who misuse Islam for terrorism or extremism, they're misusing Islam. I believe every Muslim has one belief. It's in the Quran. In the Quran, Allah tells us we created man and woman so they can be a peace for each other, a covering for each other. Not that one is, you know, gonna be cruel to each other, right? So that's the Muslim belief. So now if somebody misuses that, or the Quran says if you kill one person, innocent person, it's like killing all of mankind. That's the Quran, right? Now if somebody goes against that, then I would say they are the ones that are taking themselves outside the fold of Islam, right? But me as a Muslim, I'm just a regular Muslim. Even being an imam, I don't think myself to be any different, right? Just like all these Muslims here, you know, around the world, we believe we have one core belief. We believe in one God. We believe in all the prophets. We believe that nobody should be worshipped except that one God. We shouldn't worship idols, just like Abraham said, just like Moses said, just like Jesus said, right? So to me, that's just Islam. Right now, if somebody perverts that, then I'm not going to give myself a different title. I'm just going to say I'm Muslim, and if they want to discuss, if any extremist wants to come, we're here. You know, but they're not going to talk to us because they know that they're misusing for political gain, right? Just like, you know, you see Jewish or Christian or atheist, you know, terrorist groups out there that misuse. But it doesn't mean that I'm going to blame Christianity for the KKK or for the Crusades or the Spanish Inquisition, or I'm not going to blame all Jews for the King David hotel bombings and all that, right? I'm not going to blame all atheists for Stalin or Mao, because I realize those are individuals and groups that have perverted the message. So this conversation, I think this is how we fix it, you know? Governments are all politicians, you know, they're all about their own, you know, stuff. So I'm not going to wait for the governments. I'm going to talk to good people like yourselves, build these bridges to have a better future for my kids and your kids, and, you know, give it a shot, see how it goes, right?